go live. Boom. There we go. Make sure Discord's live. Make sure Instagram, or not Instagram, Facebook is good. And not Facebook, I'm sorry, YouTube. What up, Tim? What's up, Tim? What's up, Kay? We'll give it about like 10, not 10 minutes. Probably about like 2-3 minutes. Gives some time for some people to hop on. Normally Sunday is pretty short. Nothing too much to talk about right now since the market's not open. Futures just opened down a little bit, not a ton. Futures down about 0.25% on the Nasdaq, 0.5% on the S&P 500, and the Dow is just barely down. So normally Sunday's night pretty short. But yeah, so in the meantime, we'll wait for some people to hop on. Crypto been doing pretty good. I traded some Ethereum last night. I was up like 110 bucks, didn't sell, dumped. Robinhood crapped. Said I was up $3,400, which I know was not right. Then said that it sold my position, well, like 90% of it, and then said I was down like 70 bucks, but it ended up selling my position, and I lost, I think, 255, and then I day traded Doge, and if I would have held my Doge position, it'd be up like $800 and something right now. But my short-lived crypto career is over. But yeah, so overall, I just don't like trading crypto because it never sleeps, and I will never sleep. So that's why I don't really mess with crypto. But you know, I got bored. I was drinking a little whiskey. That Jake Paul Ben Askren match took forever to start. The entire thing was like a circus. So I decided I was gonna trade a little bit of crypto. But yeah, so overall lost like I think 150 between the gain and that loss on Ethereum. Overall right now markets, like I said, futures open, not really changed much. Looking at the Nasdaq, we need a pretty significant pullback, like at least 2%. But we're not giving up these supports. Like we are really trying to hold here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nasdaq pulled back 2%. I also wouldn't be surprised if we got this push to the top of this pitchfork. This week we do have, if you guys check out the earnings schedule up top on the Discord, we do have some important earnings this week. Tech earnings really kick off. Normally it's Netflix is like the first major FANG company to produce earnings. So Netflix is Tuesday, so that's going to be important. What else do we have? Travel continuing. So we got Las Vegas Sands Wednesday, which I assume would pop. Big money's buying the living shit out of it, so I would expect it to pop. Discover goes Wednesday. Chipotle is Wednesday. Netflix is Tuesday. Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble Tuesday. That's not going to really fuck the market much. Lockheed Martin is Tuesday. Snapchat's Thursday. So that should be fun. That should be fun. I have a ton of Snapchat shares, so I'm hoping she pops. Intel is Thursday. Mattel is Thursday. Skechers, and then Friday. So nothing big. Real big ones I'm going to be watching is Netflix this week. Snapchat, because I have a ton of Snapchat, and Lockheed Martin. Las Vegas Sands. The big money's been buying the crap out of Las Vegas Sands and Lockheed Martin too. So I'll kind of see how things go this week with that. As far as Snapchat's considered, I have a ton of Snapchat shares and a ton of Snapchat options. So we have this really good flag that's squeezing here. I doubt we're going to see a pop in Snapchat or death until earnings. So, you know, I sold a ton of Snapchat $60 puts because there's a major support here at 60. But the amount of calls that have been coming into Snapchat last week, I think Big Money's pretty bullish on this thing breaking out. We have a really good bull flag looking like it's going to break out. So earnings should be good. I don't like trading earnings, but we'll kind of see how things end up going here. I hope they have great earnings. The puts I sold, depending upon how we trade, I will probably cut those early, depending upon where I am. And then as far as the shares I have, I will probably swing those through earnings. But Snapchat looking good setup, good risk versus reward. I don't like playing earnings, but I probably will be playing earnings in this situation. Looking at Activision, another one I really like. Been looking at this for a while now. Good bull flag, good pullback, double bottoming here, really good support. Still watching Activision, still liking this setup. Risk versus reward looks really good. Really, really happy with Activision, looking really good. Looking at Carvana, same situation. Had 4 times to take profits. Right now, I'm up 184 bucks. I could have scalped like $400 multiple times on this play, but just being patient, looking pretty good. Excited about this position. Should see a push at least back up to 314, but overall really like it. Disney, really, really good bull flag. Squeezing here. Should break out in the next couple of weeks. We do have earnings in May. I'm hoping this breaks out prior to May. But we'll kind of see how things go. And overall, I really do like this play. It's not offering like a massive move for me, but overall, I'm pretty damn happy with the way that it's setting up. Let me. I have to write a note down. I completely forgot. I forgot I'm going to Texas for like 3 weeks, so I need to look up a good Wi-Fi, like one of those mobile hotspots. It's not my cell phone because I'm gonna be in the car a lot. But yeah, so Disney looking really good. ET actually broke support, so we might see this pullback down to 775, but overall I still like the position, still looking good. Hopefully we can see a bounce here at support. EXPE, I'm up about 2%, really good squeeze, looking really, really good. It might wait to break out until earnings, which is like another 2 weeks away, but so far I like this position. I'm still in this position, still looking really good. Facebook, still looking really good. I'm down 85 bucks, good bull flag, however. And we have earnings coming up the end of April, so it's about 10 days from now. It's on the 28th. So we should see a bounce and a push up. I really like Facebook. We already prior talked about Snapchat with earnings coming up this week. Should be good. Like I said, I'm probably going to close my puts early. The puts I sold early, I should say, and then hold my straight up shares that I have. But the way Big Money's been buying, I'm expecting that they think we're going to get a big push up. SPCE, sold some SPC puts, I think for $22.50. So as long as we close over $22.50, maybe we can get a bounce tomorrow. I'll be looking to get out of this position. However, if we can't bounce here and if we can't get back up over 25, this thing is going to take a massive, massive dump back down to 16. But I don't think that's going to happen. A good amount of buyers came in. Fundamentally, this thing has been... It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign with Chamath takes a massive payday, even though he still owns shares and Branson still owns shares. It's not like they completely gave up on the company and sold all the equity they have in it. They did take massive paydays. And I know Chamath said he's putting that money towards something else. That's why he wanted to cash out. But from a public standpoint, it never is that good. The one thing I really fucking hate about this, though, is this head and shoulders. Like, we have this big shoulders here, this massive head here, another shoulder here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it dumped to 17. But I am probably going to exit this position if we can get a little bounce tomorrow. Tesla, not in this position. However, I just have it on the active watch list because I am paper trading it for that tournament. But it is looking like we should continue to get a push back up or a bounce down to 710 and then should bounce off that 710 support. WTI and VIPs, I'm just going to get rid of these because I'm not in them anymore. WTI, however, at major support at 315. I might actually re-enter a position on that tomorrow, but I don't have like any cash sitting around. So this week, going to be pretty boring. I got a lot of money in Snap. I got money in Carvana, Disney, and EXPE. And I think I took a position. I don't really remember. I took a position on Tilray. I got 200 shares of Tilray. So I did take a position on Tilray, very small. I want to kind of see how that goes, and SPCE. But overall, guys, like another one of those weeks, probably not going to be a ton of action, especially in tech, because we have earnings coming up next week. Sometimes, if big money thinks that stocks are undervalued going into earnings, we tend to get a run up. But if not, which I don't think we're going to see. Normally, we won't get big breakouts and push-ups until the weeks after. Now, if we're looking at something like EXPE, there's a big squeeze here, and earnings don't come out till May 5th. However, we have things like Las Vegas Sands and other hotels that are going for earnings this week. So I wouldn't be surprised if the entire sector moves along with it. So, if we can get a massive push in Las Vegas Sands, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire sector goes up. And we see Expedia push up here too. Um, that's really about it, guys. You know, everything else that I'm watching, I don't really have too much cash for. Let me see. Let me see what I had on the list. TIGR, good here. Can you look at DRI? I got you, bro. So DRI, really, really good squeeze. What's up, Lissa? Hey from Cali. I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you. California's starting to reopen, so I want to go to California. I've always wanted to move there, and then it kind of like everyone said not to after the past like year and a half. But I'll still probably go visit for like a month. It's gonna be probably my next big trip after Texas. I'll probably drive across the country and go to California. 93. I'm jealous. It's cloudy and 57 here. You look at DRI. So yeah, so DRI looking really good squeeze, squeezing for nearly 30 days. Bouncing off this EMA. I don't have an RSI, but I would bet your RSI is pushing up. I like this. You know, like if I'm not in, like if I wasn't in it, I would say probably sit out. But this squeeze is massive. This is a very long squeeze. So you know, we definitely could see it pop 2.5 to 5% to the upside. So I do like that. It does look good. I'm in it with time. Good move. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Good risk versus reward. I would totally hit it. I just don't have a ton of cash sitting around. I want to move on to New York. Too many potholes. Bro, I feel you. Dude, I don't live in New York, but I live right outside of Philadelphia, and it's essentially the same shit. Like, I went out and bought a mountain bike last week, not because I'm going to be riding on mountains, but because we have potholes. Like, I wanted to buy a road bike, but it would explode if I hit a pothole. That's really about it. I sent out an email last night. Just gonna talk about quitting the stock market. Not me, of course, but just people quitting the stock market in general. And I don't know. I don't want to say like I've been unmotivated, but I really like. You guys know 90% of people fail. We've had a lot of people join this academy. We've had a lot of people blow their accounts up and leave the academy. I've seen a lot of friends and family get into trading. I've seen a lot of friends and family blow their money up and leave trading. And so, what I want to do personally is give you guys more. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not here for the money, right? Like, this academy makes great money. However, if you look at the laws of equivalent exchange, I also give a ton of not only my time and energy, but myself, my emotion, everything. But what I want to really focus on is making you guys the best possible fucking traders that you can be, right? Because there's so many shitty, scammy people out there. There's so many fake fucking gurus, and I'm angry. I know I don't sound angry. I know I don't get angry, but I'm sick of this shit. Like in the past 5 fucking years, so many people have started trading, and in the past 5 years, more specifically, look at the past 12 months, so many fake fucking gurus have popped up, and it just gives this, you know, a terrible reputation to this industry and to what we do, because everybody is a fucking trader nowadays. Everybody is a trader, and it disgusts me because so many people think this shit's easy, right? And it's not. Like, it's not easy, and it upsets me, number one, because I get pissed at these gurus and people who are like, oh, the stock market's a scam, I tried and I failed, when it's like, you didn't try, you half-assed it. You know, you didn't try. That's like saying I tried to lose weight and then like I just kind of like didn't. I had pizza. Like, you didn't try, right? And so those two aspects of trading and this industry in general, I fucking hate it. But it's also the case for like, I also don't want people, I don't want this way of making money to have a bad taste in their mouth. Like, if you guys talk to, I mean, depending upon how old you guys and girls are here, but I think most of you are around my age, potentially younger. I know we do have some older students. Talk to your older generation. Talk to your parents, right? Talk to your parents. Talk to your grandparents. Most of them will say, oh, watch out the stock market. You know how the stock market is. Like, you need to watch out. And it's true, but a lot of those people got burnt very badly. 2008, 2001. Back in the 80s, shit, if your grandparents around, Great Depression, it's like it not only does it upset me, like gets me mad, but it also upsets me because there are so many people out there who want more with their life. Right? Like most of you guys and girls who are here, you want more than what you have. Right? Not just I'm not just talking about money, but you want to be able to take care of your family when you're older. If your wife or your mom or your grandmom, gets dementia, you want to be able to take care of them. If your kid becomes a paraplegic, you want to be able to take care. Like, these are ridiculous things, but you'd like to be able to buy your parents a house or allow them to retire or give your kids the life that you didn't have. Like, we all have the reasons that we're trading. And it kills me when those people don't get that. When the people don't, because it's going to sound egotistical, but for every one of me, there's probably 1,000 people who fucking fell flat on their face and never got back up. You know what I mean? Like, for every one person who became a successful trader, there is 9.5 who didn't. Who probably blew up all their fucking money or lost a good amount of money and didn't do shit with it. And for every business owner, there are probably who has become successful, there is probably 1,000 who once again fell flat on their face, lost their home, lost their fucking family over it, lost their loved one due to like a divorce over money or finances or a stress that is related to being an entrepreneur. And that's what you guys are. You're not just traders, you're entrepreneurs, right? You have to treat this like it's your own business. That's why I say portfolio management. You are a portfolio manager and you have to treat this like your own business. And so I kind of talked about this, I think it was on Friday, but Wayside said, what would your advice be to somebody with a small portfolio? How would you scale it? And you guys remember I said, well, it depends. What's your goal? Right? Like, what's your goal here? What's your goal in life? Are you here to, are you really dedicated to this? Or are you somebody, which is okay if you're not, but like, are you really dedicated to this? Or is this just something you're doing because you know that trading in the stock market is what people do to make money? You know what I mean? Or you just like, I know, like, that's what we got. Or do you fucking live this? Do you breathe this? Do you feel that your life, you don't want to go work some shitty job for some person that you fucking hate and that you don't respect, and you want to find further value in your life, and you want to have more freedoms, and you want to be able to take off whenever you want? There's so many perks to being an entrepreneur, and there are so many perks to being a full-time trader. Like, I am going to be able to go away for 3 weeks next month and run this business from the fucking wherever I am, right? Of course, it's like, it's one of those things, like, I'm not gonna be able to just hang out in Texas and not work at all with my friends for 3 weeks. But it's like, I have the ability to do that, to go walk away and to go, not run it from my house. Like, I have the ability to do that. And while there's a ton of amazing, beautiful things to being an entrepreneur, it's like, there's so many downsides. Like, there are so many nights where I was like, dude, what am I doing? Like, is this what I'm doing right? And now I asked myself, like, was this lucky? Like, was it lucky that I was able to build this business? And was I lucky that I was able to do all these things? Like, I still have self-doubt sometimes about my own skills and about my own business, about who I am. And that's why, to me, this academy is more than just an academy. To me, this is a group where we are far more than just fucking traders, far more than just traders. And that's how I can always tell. Like, I've said this before, like, I can tell when somebody comes in here if they're going to stay and if they're not. And when I say stay, I don't mean stay. I mean if they're going to be successful or not. But dependent upon how they are and what they do, I can always tell who will be successful and who will not be successful. And there's just so much more to this than trading. And that's what I want to do. I want to give a piece of myself to those of you who want to make this your fucking life's calling, and who want to make, like, because at the end of the day, my self-worth, truly, my self-worth as a businessman is how successful you guys are, right? Not how much money I make, because, and this is for you guys in all aspects of your life, but the amount of money will come to you when you provide value to other people. Right? You're not getting paid because you're not providing value. If you want to make more money, provide more value to people's lives. No matter what it is, you can provide value. Whether that is, we'll talk outside of the market, whether that's becoming an executive assistant for an entrepreneur in your area, you're providing value. You are doing the things that they don't need to do but have to get done. Because if you're becoming an executive assistant for an entrepreneur in your area, things need to get done, but somebody who can get paid $200-300 an hour don't need to respond to emails when they can just hire somebody to do it. But you're providing value, right? In my case, with teaching people how to trade, I am providing value, and that's why the money comes to me, because it's an equivalent exchange. You guys want to learn how to trade. You guys want to find out how to make consistent income in the market, which is something I've been able to do, and I provide the value of teaching you guys and girls how to do that. And so it's like, learning to provide value in all aspects of life is how you money will end up falling into your lap without you ever realizing, oh, that's how that happens. You know what I mean? And so for me, to like, my main goal is to make you guys the best fucking traders that you can be, not to make money. And I feel like I have been doing that because I look at a ton of students who have started here last year, are still here a year later, and are in a way better place mentally and financially than they were 1 year ago. You know what I mean? However, on the opposite side of that spectrum, you need to take this seriously. Because the truth is, no amount of help that I give to somebody without them fully accepting it and fully embracing it, you'll never be successful. Because the goal at the end of the day is for you never to need me. I want you guys to never have to need me. I'd like to have you guys around, of course, right? Like, I have tons of friends and tons of mentors and mentees. I don't fucking need them, but I want them. And to me, that's the true sign of greatness. Because if I don't need you and you don't need me, but we want to be around each other, whether it's, like your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or a friend, that's the true value of a relationship, whether that's a friendship or a colleague at work, when you don't fucking need each other. Because if you look at every single like relationship in life, there's normally one person who needs something from the other, or needs them more, right? Like, when you look at like girlfriend and boyfriend, there's probably one of you that loves the other more than the other one loves the other. Like, as fucked up as that is, right? When you look at friendships, there's normally one friend that feels way more infatuated and way more needing that other person around than the other one. And so it's like, when you don't need each other, but you want to be around each other, that's the most important thing. And that's what I try to do here, because at the end of the day, like, I want you all around. That's why I created this community, because I see so much more for this community than just trading stocks. And that's why I'm playing the long fucking game. Like, I talk to you guys a lot about, building things. So, like Chamath says, a company that builds itself up quickly will usually topple quickly. I'm the same way. Like, I'm this is why I've taken so long to do this podcast, where like, I'm just, this is a long goal. This fucking group will be around 10-15 years from now. And it might not only be around trading. At some point, it might be a mastermind group. At some point, you guys might start doing real estate deals together, business deals together. There's so much more than just this. But I guess what I'm trying to say to you guys is, you need to take this seriously. And I'm not saying none of you guys are, or that, I'm not saying anybody isn't. I'm just saying that if you're somebody who has been thinking to yourself, I'm not taking this seriously, you need to. And I'm not just saying this academy. I'm saying, like, and not even trading. I'm just saying, like, your life. Your financial life, your entrepreneurial journey. You got to take it seriously. Very, very seriously. Because shit it won't happen if it doesn't. And I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing people who want more, who want the freedoms of life, who actually want all of these things. That's the shit you need, though, Angel. Like, Angel said, I need to take a break. I've been dreaming about this shit. But that's But that's the thing, like, you need to, man. Like, you need to let it consume you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you have to do that. There's so much and it's tough because, like, people also don't realize, like, I say it a lot, but there's more to this than just trading. And there's more to this than just putting in work. It's like, you have to change yourself emotionally, right? Like, a lot of people say, like, you have your emotional bank account, and then you have your financial bank account. And you need to focus on your emotional bank account. I talk a lot about, like, my past, where I was, what I was doing, and all that shit. And I was reading through my journal, like, because I keep journals, and I was reading through one of my journal entries from, like, 2017 or 18. And I said in the journal, like, I don't know if I'm doing all this for nothing. And because at the time, I was reading every self-help book I could get my fucking hands on. I was reaching out to what I thought was successful people in my area, trying to shadow them, trying to learn from them, trying to get my hands on anything. I was trying to make deals and buy, property with basically no money, if not little money, with no credit. I had no credit. I got my first deal done because I got somebody to buy a house with me. Which, it was a fucking headache, but I learned a lot. Like, I was reading every day. I was disciplined every single day. I was hitting the gym every single day. Like, I was doing shit. I got used to doing shit I didn't want to do. And still to this day, 95% of what I do in a day, actually almost 100% of what I do in a day, is shit I don't really want to do. But that's how you build character. That's how you build a lot of these things. This is why a lot of military people are actually really good at business or really good at trading, because they have that discipline that comes with boot camp and with being in the military. And so it's like, there's so much more to this. I say it all the time, but, like, who you are outside of the market is who you are inside of the market. If you are some spastic, emotional person who has no discipline, can't control what they put in their mouth, can't control what they put in their body, can't control what time they go to sleep, can't control what time they wake up, can't control if they watch TV for 10 hours a day, can't control who their friends are. You hang out with shitty people all the time that you don't respect. If you can't control any of that shit, then good luck becoming a trader. Straight up. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like, well, Pete, what the fuck does any of that have to do with MACDs and RSIs and risk versus reward? And it's like, well, it has everything to do with that. It has everything to do with it. Because if you can't be disciplined enough to surround yourself with people that you respect, if you can't be disciplined enough to cut losses with friends who are shit people, honestly, most of you guys probably have one friend who really is not doing good for you, but you still hang out with them because you feel bad, or you've just known them for forever. If you don't have the discipline to not put garbage into your fucking body, if you don't have discipline to respect your body and respect your time and respect your energy and respect your spirit, then why the fuck would you have discipline to cut a loss? Seriously, why would you have discipline to use proper risk management? Why would you have discipline to stay patient as an investor? It's like, it's tough. I mean, you look at nearly every single businessman or a woman besides Warren Buffett, because the guy fucking drinks Coca-Cola and eats McDonald's every single day. They all have one thing in common. And I'm not saying you gotta be fucking jacked and you can only hang out with high profile people. Like, no, everybody should have their friends that they don't have to be entrepreneurs or the highest regards of themselves, right? Like, I still like drinking whiskey and playing Mario Kart with my friends, right? But there's a time and place for it. But it's like, you look at all of these top performers, they all have one thing in common, and it's discipline. They all make it a priority to take care of their body in some regard. I'm not saying go out and have a fucking six-pack. I don't have a six-pack. But 90% of the time, take care of yourself. Eat what you're supposed to eat. Don't fucking smoke cigarettes. Don't drink every single day, right? Go to bed at a reasonable time. Wake up at a reasonable time. We all know you need sleep to perform. If you're overwhelmed, take a break. Your body is your temple and your brain is your temple. If you're stressed, walk away from a situation, right? Look at Jeff Bezos. You think Jeff Bezos respects himself, respects his time, respects the people around him, and respects himself enough to take care of his body, take care of himself, and not surround himself with toxic people? You bet your fucking ass that they do, right? It's not hard. If you feel like you don't know what to do, mirror people. That's how I changed my life. I just mirrored people. I was like, okay, let's see. My friends go to bed at 3 in the morning and they wake up at fucking 11 o'clock. My friends do drugs. My friends lie to each other all the time. My friends talk shit on each other all the time. My friends have no clear goals. My friends don't ever write down any goals. My friends don't even know where the fuck they're going or what they want to do in 5 years. Okay, I don't want to be like them. Well, then what do? Let's just reverse engineer everything that I just said that they were doing wrong. Okay, so this means I have to go to bed not at 8 o'clock p.m., but I need to have a normal bedtime. Like for me, I go to bed at 11 and I usually wake up at like 7. I need to take care of my body. I need to stop doing drugs. I need to stop smoking cigarettes. I need to start drinking water. I need to start eating appropriately. I need to start going to the gym, it's even 2-3 days a week. I need to start, doing all of these things, like doing the opposite of what the people you don't respect are doing, and start following what the successful people are doing in their lives and how they carry themselves. Stupid shit, guys. Stupid shit, but the most minuscule things change your fucking life. Like, I remember one of the biggest things that changed my life was standing up straight. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but I would stand up as straight as I possibly could. Like, that stance, like, if you guys, like, Conor McGregor is a good example. Like, he stands with his chest so far out and his shoulders so far back, it looks like he's trying to push his chest out so ridiculously. But I started doing that. And it sounds dumb, but, like, my body language changed. And when your body language changes, you change. You become more confident. I started dressing nicer, not for other people, but for myself. I used to wear suits every day, not because I wanted other people to think that I, was some big shot, but because I liked looking in the mirror and being like, damn, you look fucking good, dude. Like, something changes in your brain when you look at yourself every day and you're like, damn, you look good. Like, you look fucking good. You act differently. You smile differently. Everything, it all starts internally. And so I'm kind of just ranting. But, yeah, I mean, I would say, like, my promise to you guys is to give you guys every fucking thing that I have. Every piece of my fucking self to give to you guys. And I'm not just talking about from a trading standpoint, but every fucking piece of myself to you guys. Because I want you guys to not only be able to trade for a living if you want, but to just become what you want to fucking become and to accomplish the things that you guys want to accomplish and to be there for each other. And this is why, a lot, like, people asked me last week, well, why are you not trading Doge? And I did last night. I was a little drunk, but, why do I not hop into these stocks that are ripping thousands of percents? Because that's not who I am, right? I hold my actions so highly to where, like, I'm just not going to trade that shit because that's just not who I am. I'm not an impatient person. I'm not somebody who just trades something to make money. I'm not, that's just not who I am. And so at the end of the day, lengthy little stream to be talking sideways, but I know, and this is why I say a lot and I talk about my past a lot, because I'm not fucking smart, guys. I am not. I dropped out of college 3 times, thrown out of 2 high schools, barely got my GED, been to prison multiple times. It's not, if I can do this shit, every one of you can. You just have to sacrifice enough to get it. You know what I mean? Any plays on Groupon? GRPN. Let's see. Groupon looks good. I always talked about this a little bit last week, but this looks really good. Good bull flag, setting up, holding support, looking really nice. I like this. Definitely worth the risk too. Good risk management here. Do you think Snap will bounce back up? I do. They have earnings too this week. I think they should bounce pretty damn well. People take advice from me, that's how you know it's bullshit. The goal is to get out from under your wing and be able to sustain alone. Yeah, man, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Like but I think it's one of those things like when I was doing what I was doing, I wish somebody like when I first started my journey, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't want to say like my trading journey or my entrepreneurial journey, but like redefining myself and what I wanted to be. I wish I had somebody to like tell me this shit's not easy because I almost quit so many times. Like I almost throw up in my mouth when I think about how close I was to quitting and just going and getting some normal job that I fucking hated. Like I literally throw up because I was probably 2 months from quitting, 1 month from quitting. Like I remember I like when I lost all that money forever ago. Like I remember just being like, "Fuck this, dude! Like just going to get a job's got to be just so much easier. Like this is ridiculous." But then I really thought to myself, like, "Are you putting everything?" Because a lot of people think they are, right? Like I always thought I was putting a lot into this, and then I was like, "Dude, like I know this is possible. Like I know this is possible. Like I know that there are people out there who trade for a living. I know that there are people out there who are entrepreneurs who are successful. Like I know this is possible. Like I just need to give more of myself and do more of what I'm doing." And I did. And I started dedicating myself to it and focusing on it and sacrificing, telling friends I can't come out, you know, or telling friends, which is never fun, "Hey man, we gotta stop hanging out. My your goals and my goals, they don't align anymore. We can hang out once a year, get some dinner, but I need you to stop texting me. I don't have time to be just messaging about useless shit. I just don't." And honestly, like you kind of suck. Like I've had to do that with a lot of friends. Like tell you know like you're not a good person. You're not aiding me in my goals. Like fucking really good exercise to do. And this is why I quit social media for a bit and then I hopped back on like last week and now I'm gonna quit again. But you know like one of the biggest things I thought to myself, and Dan Pena, who's a one of I would definitely say a mentor of mine virtually, but he's also the biggest asshole in the world. One of the things he has you do in QLA, which I recommend you guys do it, right? On a piece of paper, write down all of your goals, short and long term, right? So for me, grow the academy to 1,000 followers. Not just followers, not just people who are here, but 1,000 dedicated motherfucking followers who cannot be fucking stopped on their journey to getting what the fuck they want. That's what I want. To grow 1,000 people. For the academy to make $50,000 a month minimum. That's my goal. To grow my trading portfolio to $2.5 million in the next 5 years. Those are my three major goals. And number 4 is to make you guys the best fucking traders and best humans that you can be. And in doing so, that will also make me the best fucking human and the best teacher that I can possibly be. Those are my goals. So you write down what your goals are, right? On one piece of paper. Then on another piece of paper, you write down every single person that you contacted that week or contacted you. Every person who texts you, every person who messages you on Facebook, every person who you liked their Facebook post or their Instagram post, you know, those half naked chicks on Instagram that you dudes follow and watch, and vice versa for women. Anytime your mom calls you, anybody calls you, anytime anyone calls you, anytime anyone sees you at work, anytime you contact with a single person virtually or in person, you write them down on a list. Number 1, you'll notice there's like 70 names on this list that you would have never realized I talked to that many people, right? You write down all those people and then go back at the end of the week and you say, circle the names of the people that you interacted with and see how many of them are helping you achieve the goals that you wrote on the first paper. So how many people did you interact with that are helping you actually achieve those main goals that you wrote down? And you'll be surprised that like 95% of the people you interacted with are not doing shit for you when it comes to achieving those goals. And you realize that a lot of times it's just worthless. You know what I mean? Like most of the time you're just talking with people for no reason. I do it too. Like, it's mean, but there's a lot of tire kickers. Like, I used to get people who would message me who don't want to pay for the platform, don't want to pay for the academy, but then they ask me for help. Hey, what do you think about this stock? And instead of being like, listen, you cheap motherfucker, like I have a product, pay me for it, my time is worth it. I would sit there, well, not that I would say it like that mean, but I would sit there and just respond and just talk and just talk and talk and talk. And then I'd be like, dude, I just wasted like an hour messaging somebody who doesn't respect my time enough to purchase the product that I've put my life into, and that isn't going to help me achieve my goals. You know what I mean? The Dan paper plan works. It's a fact. Phones are a lot more quiet though. It's completely true. Yeah. And the other thing too is I put an accountability section here on the Discord, and you guys don't have to do it. You don't. But every single week, I'm going to put what I accomplished, what I plan to accomplish, and what my problems and challenges are. But the reason I sound so angry and so passionate is because nothing hurts me more, truly, because I've been in this situation plenty of times, than seeing somebody give up on what they've set out to do. Like, nothing fucking hurts me more than seeing somebody who wants to become a trader or wants to become an entrepreneur, wants to do all these things, getting just completely unconfident and quitting. And that's why I hate these fucking gurus, because they're just giving these people terrible information. And so that's my goal. And so over the next months and years, I'm going to give every fucking aspect of my life to you guys. This is why I want to make, once COVID opens up, my original plan for 2020 was to do this, but I want to make in-person training, like in-person seminars, in-person training, where, you guys, we rent a massive fucking facility and we do a weekend. And I bring in, mentors of mine. I bring in, other professional traders, real estate experts, like all these things. And we do like a workshop seminar thing. Just to surround yourself with people, who, and I'm thinking about too, potentially doing, it's tough because we have a lot of people here, but potentially on like Sunday night or one night of the week, doing a Zoom call where we can all talk to each other. Right? I think you can do it with like 30 people. And of course, everyone's not gonna be able to talk one at it, like, yelling at each other. But I would like to hear from you guys, like from your mouths. I'd like to hear from you guys. What are your goals? What do you guys want to do? What are you having problems with? Because behind every single one of you guys is a personality, and I can see it through Discord. But I would like to be able to do that, because that would be dope. But for me, I'd want to rent out a facility. We could have dinner. We can have really nice catering. We can have drinks, we can chill, we can network, and just put fuel under the fire, man. Shovel coal into the fucking fire. Because what I hope, my main goal from all of this, and from you guys being students, is that, we can meet up years from now and have success stories together, right? I want you guys to like me. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to reach out to me 10 years from now and be like, you changed my fucking life. That's what I want. That is worth more than any money. I want one of you guys to be like, dude, like I started following you and listening to you, and like, dude, everything just kind of changed. Like, that's what I want. I want 10 years from now for us to be sitting around on a fucking yacht. Yeah, like on a yacht or doing something and just being like, damn, good shit. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. I got all the positions I'm in now, planning to hold them into tomorrow. Future's down a little bit, kind of see how things end up going. But, yeah, at the end of the day, guys, like, you know this, but maybe sometimes you need to be told again. You can achieve anything that you fucking put your mind to. You really can. If you dedicate yourself, you can do fucking anything that you want. You really can. And it's not some bullshit like, be all you can be, or it's like legit. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You really can. Never in my life did I ever think I'd be in a situation where I am now. Not that I'm in this like massively successful situation, but I just can't even imagine where the future is going to bring us. But at the end of the day, you guys can do whatever you want, and I can't wait to see where you guys go in the future, and I'm gonna be happy to be a part of it. All right, guys, enjoy your night. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow morning. Peace.